and you can see plumes of smoke there in Beirut, Lebanon. According to the Associated Press, the Israeli military ordered the evacuation of villages and towns in southern Lebanon that are north of a United Nations declared buffer zone established after the 2006 war. The warning signaled a possible broadening of Israel's incursion into southern Lebanon, which until now has been confined to areas close to the border. Joining us live this morning to further discuss the latest in this breaking news alert is Ken Gray, Distinguished Lecturer of Homeland Security and Terrorism at the University of New Haven. Ken, good morning to you. Always a pleasure to speak with you here on Live Now.
Good morning, Janae. Glad to be with you again.
So, Ken, on this Friday morning, we see the fighting continues, evacuation orders underway as Israeli Defense Forces continue to fight against Iran-backed militia Hezbollah. Break this down for us, please.
Yes, so the Israelis are making preparations for their ground war into Lebanon. So they have issued a warning to the Lebanese across the border, much greater depth than what had previously been expected. The UN-defined area that was supposed to be a neutral zone was within 10 miles of the border, the area between the border and the Litani River. This new evacuation order that the Israelis have issued goes an additional approximately 10 miles. So 20 miles from the border into Lebanon is the area that the Israelis have been telling the Lebanese people to evacuate from because they plan operations in there. The Israelis have two divisions, I think it's the 83rd and the 96th, that are located at the border waiting to receive orders to cross over into Lebanon. This will not necessarily be an easy fight for Israel if they do cross that border. Once they are across the border, it's not the difference in air superiority and missile and drone superiority, but instead it will be tanks against anti-tank weapons, and the Hezbollah has plenty of tunnels in the area and plenty of defenses that have been put in place for a long period of time. And so it will not be an easy fight for Israel once they cross that border.
Ken, so many great points you raised this Friday morning, and one thing that stood out was preparation. Is the IDF prepared for what could come if they do continue this ground invasion in the area, not only from Hezbollah, but also potentially Iran?
So the fight against Hamas is more or less complete. They moved troops, ground forces from the Gaza Strip north towards the border in preparation for dealing with Hezbollah. They have been practicing their procedures for the initial phase of this war. And so Israel is locked and loaded, ready to cross that border. All that it takes is the order from Netanyahu to the IDF to go ahead and execute that order to go ahead and cross. Now, Iran's missile barrage that they launched 2 weeks ago, that missile barrage, 180 missiles that more or less fell ineffectively. Those that got through the Iron Dome fell ineffectively. But Iran may be planning to do another round to try to stop Israel from crossing that border. We don't know whether or not that will happen or not. Iran is waiting for the retaliation by Israel. Israel has promised to make them pay for that missile launch that they made against them. And so Iran, instead of supporting Hezbollah, they may very well be just getting ready to defend themselves against the missile barrage coming in. So this is a very crucial time for the entire region. This could very easily spin out of control.
Absolutely. And I think that unknown and the timing is a concern for IDF and other officials in that area, especially since we are just days away from the anniversary of October 7th. And I'm sure, Ken, you've heard those rumors that potentially another October 7th could happen days before or on October 7th.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that October 7th is a good guess as to when the Israeli offensive will start into Lebanon. After all, they have much much to respond to with the October 7th attack a year ago. And so we will see over the weekend here whether this kicks off before October 7th or on Monday. But again, the response to Iran could happen any day. My guess is there's one of three possible responses to Iran. One would be decapitation. Israel has been fighting a war throughout this time with Hezbollah, Hamas, and others by trying to launch attacks on key leadership figures. Nasrallah being the most recent example of that, the head of Hezbollah. So decapitation is a possibility. The Ayatollah has been taken to a secure location, and they have not announced where that location is. But nonetheless, if Israel knows that location, that could very well be the target. The second one would be the nuclear weapons facility at Natanz. Israel has already shown their capability of striking that in response to the April attack. And the third possibility, and a very likely possibility, is that of Karg Island. Iran's main source of income is selling oil. That oil facility, the oil production facility, and the shipping facility is located at Karg Island. And Karg Island would be an easy target to strike. And if successful, that would completely damage Iran's economy, because that's their main source of income.
And I want to get back to something you said, if you don't mind. You were mentioning Hamas, and there were concerns this morning that maybe Hamas might try to ramp up their operation, since there's a lot of focus right now on Iran and Hezbollah. As we are approaching the anniversary of that tragic October 7th massacre, are we closer to ceasefire with Hamas? Are we closer to that chaotic event being resolved with that terroristic organization?
So Hamas has been reduced drastically from what they were on October 7th. They only have about 20 to 30% of their fighting force remaining. Most of their tunnels have been identified and or destroyed, with Israel mapping out a good deal more of them and making preparations to take those out. Israel has a presence in the Philadelphia corridor, which is the area right up against the gate there in Rafah. Military operations in Rafah have been said to be completed. Really, Hamas has little capability of carrying out an October 7th type attack at this point. But nonetheless, I'm sure that Israel is not asleep at the wheel like they were last year at this time. I'm sure that they are very much watching and still fighting inside the Gaza Strip. There's still periodic, sporadic fighting going on throughout the Gaza Strip, and Israel is still engaging in that. But most of their forces, though, have been moved north in preparation for Hezbollah.
Ken Gray, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us bright and early this Friday morning to discuss the very latest of this looming conflict in the Middle East. Anything else you'd like to add before we let you go?
Hezbollah launched a series of rockets against the Haifa area. It was a barrage of at least 20 different rockets. Most of them were either intercepted or fell without causing any damage. But nonetheless, Hezbollah is still launching rockets against Israel. And this is the most recent example of that. And that was just a couple hours ago.
Ken Gray, always a pleasure. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.